in country. The floor above is a 24/7 library. There will be silence there. People will study to become expert in well-supported environment, 24/7, good power, excellent internet, and the opportunity to really make a difference. In the library, at its heart, is the innovation hub, where great ideas will be nurtured to impact to the health and wealth of this country. On the floors above, we have research tables, large tables, where groups will address the science questions of the day. Questions born in Malawi, developed in that library, teams of people together, doctors, nurses, physios, economists, science, data people, communications people, and policymakers will sit together to address the big issues in team science. And on the top floor, innovation laboratory. We have to move fast and move with the time, as Malawi scientists did when they stepped up during COVID. And they made those diagnoses, and they showed how we were succeeding, and it was a brilliant success. And the equipment changes with each project, so it will turn over with each project, and it will be innovative. And the roof, where we invite you in future, but sadly not today, is where we celebrate. We come in and train. We go in the library to study and to innovate. We develop those research projects, we use the lab, and on the roof we celebrate Malawi's success. Wonderful. But Malawi is a faith-based country, and as a pastor, you will find the name Creator evokes the name of God. And so we celebrate and pray here that the power of science will show the love of God by impacting the health and the wealth of Malawi. Mulungu akasogoloreni. Amen.
Yes, Professor Gordon there finishing the president what this building is all about, and shortly the president will be cutting the ribbon, symbolizing the opening of this structure. Tikutero kuti pamene amafotokozera president amaka sokuza malo amenewa ndipo pamene angotha kuwafotokozera posachedwa pa president akhala akudula ndithu kusonyeza kuti atsegulira malo amenewa ndipo posachedwa pa president akhala akuyika pamenepa riboni yosonyeza kuti atsegulira nyumba azungu kuti adule ndithu riboni imeneyi. Padakali pano president ndiye kuti akudula riboni sonyeza kuti nyumba imeneyi sonyeza kuti nyumba iyi ayitsegulira. Pakadali pano adula riboni imeneyi ija sonyeza kuti nyumba imeneyi ayitsegulira, sonyeza kuti atsegula nyumba. Ndikuona pamenepo pali anduna amenewa ndi anduna azamaphunziro ali pomwepa ndithu, mayi Wirima ali pamenepa. Padakali pano president ndiye kuti akuyenda ano kuti aone nyumba imeneyi kuti kodi nyumba imeneyi mkatimo ndimota. Padakali pano ali floor ya pansi, panopo ali floor ya pansi, ndiye tikuona kuti akufotokoza zina ndi zina zokhudza malo amenewa. Pano chimene achita amenepo ndiye kuti avunukula kansalu kamene kakuonetsa kuti nyumba imeneyi atsegulira ndi president a dziko lino Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, ndiye avunukula pamenepo ndithu imenepa ndiye kuti ayitsegulira. Ndi zimene zochitika ndithu kuno ku Malawi Liverpool Walkham Trust mu mzinda wa Blantyre. Padakali pano akuwafotokozera president zokhudza malo amenewa. panopa a president akuyendera ndithu nyumba imeneyi pamenepa. Shortly I will be handing over the microphone to one of the people who are explaining what is happening here, so that we should be able to understand more about this building. So now they are finished.
Now, yes. Wow. Yes. Yeah. So, you're welcome, Your Excellencies. This is the first floor that Prof. Stephen Gordon talked about, which he has the online library, has 24/7 access. And what we're going to do here is to showcase some of the thematic areas in which we work in. So the first one is a very important theme for us. It's on maternal health. As you might be aware, we're having a lot of problems with maternal death. Our Professor Linda Nyondo Mipando will be able to explain to you their theme and introduce people that are in the theme. Thank you so much.
And then we also have Bertha Maseko, a PhD student at MAST, and our program manager. So this morning, Your Excellence, we'll show you the maternal surveillance platform. This platform was created by MLW together with the Reproductive Health Department in the Ministry of Health to digitize the reporting of maternal death in Malawi. So it's linked to every facility in Malawi, in every district. So what it does is to individually report. What we're showing you is just the individual reporting of the maternal deaths in Malawi. Of note is that in last year, 2023, 499 women passed away, which shouldn't have been the case. There shouldn't be any maternal death, at least if you have to excel. So as Anne is scrolling down, we'll show also to you what it does. It also shows you the condition at moment of death, because we want to know at what time point did the woman die, because that becomes relevant in targeting interventions. So as you can see in Malawi, most women are dying immediately after delivery, which means they are dying 24 hours within delivery time period, which means they are mostly with us at that particular point in time in the health sector as well. And then it also tells us what is also happening in terms of like what is causing these women to die most of all. So what is causing most women to die is bleeding, which is about 46%, which is quite high, and all this can be controlled. And the platform also then shows us at which facilities is ranking quite high in terms of registering the most of maternal deaths in Malawi at the moment by showing us a heat map. So on our heat map, it's showing Lilongwe district, mainly because Lilongwe has got a higher catchment population and it's a major referral site. So it's got Waira and KCH. Those are feeding into the higher numbers of maternal deaths. Your Excellency, this platform is very relevant for a policymaker because they'll be able to see the interventions and target the resources that we have to make sure that they've got the highest impact. For researchers like myself and academicians at KUGES, it also helps us to raise questions for us to be able to answer in supporting the government. I would like to report that we are in the process of transitioning this platform from being a research-based institution platform into a government platform. So we had 7 steps. We have done up to 6 steps. I think by next week we should be able to test it and see whether it's fully functioning within the Malawi government reporting system. Thank you.
So, Your Excellency, I will now take you to the next theme. Like I had said already, there are 6 themes. So this theme is the vaccine theme. Vaccines are really important. Not only do they prevent deaths, but there's also an economic gain with vaccines because we have a healthy population. So Dr. Latif Indicator here will explain the theme and also will introduce members of the team.
Your Excellency, you are most welcome to our vaccines team, where we conduct research to support the development, implementation, and the evaluation of vaccines. With me is Dr. Kuzayo Jerry and Professor Melita Gordon. They are both senior researchers here at MOW, at the University of Liverpool, and also at KUGES. So, apart from clean water, no other medical intervention has had a higher impact on human health other than vaccines. And not only do they prevent deaths and diseases, but they also increase productivity of the society and also provide financial gains at government level and also at household level. Because, Your Excellency, someone who is sick or is busy taking care of someone else who is sick cannot contribute to the development of a nation, which highlights the key role vaccines and research in general play in contributing to the Agenda 2063. Now, over the past 30 years, MOW, in collaboration with KUHES, has supported government through the Ministry of Health in introducing various vaccines in Malawi. For example, the world's first malaria vaccine was piloted and evaluated in collaboration with MOW, which has proved to be safe and effective and will prevent thousands of deaths in Malawi. Most recently, there's been typhoid vaccination introduction. We participated in the research and also supported the rollout of this vaccine, and we're now maximizing how best it can be used. We have also supported the introduction of pneumonia vaccination since 2011, and we have seen that it has prevented over 57,000 deaths in Malawi, and we are currently working with the ministry in improving how best we can maximize the use of this vaccine. Last but not least, the COVID-19 pandemic, we supported not only the sequencing, but also the policy formulation on which vaccines should be used in Malawi. We also supported the ministry in also engaging the public in terms of vaccination and also the safety of these vaccines. Now, over this side, we have vaccine vials that were used in the typhoid vaccination campaign. So this is what a vaccine vial looks like, and these are from the recent campaign that we've introduced, typhoid vaccination. Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
And Your Excellency, something probably interesting for you, my colleague here, Dr. Kuzwayo Jerry, is the one who came with me in 2003 when we came from the Polytechnic, when we were still students. So he too himself is developed into a senior researcher here.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Jerry.
So, yeah, so the next theme that we have is a very important theme for this institution, the social science theme, because the work we do involves the community. So we want to do work that is relevant to the community. At the same time, we want to do work that is ethical. So this theme is very important for us, and Dr. Felix Limbani here will talk you through the theme and introduce the members of the theme. Thank you so much.
Your Excellency, this is social science team, and I'm joined by Dr. Mary Sekok, together with the social science team. And again, we have Dr. Alexander Karahande, who is a trainee PhD student of the team. As Associate Professor Jambo has said, this is one of the unique things that we have in MOW, because we look at all the clinical and public health research that we are doing, we find a component of social science in that. So it's quite important because, as our research question says, we want to incorporate indigenous and local knowledge into our research. It's not only about us as scientists designing and thinking about research questions, but engaging community. What are important research questions we want to take? And that's what we do as social scientists. We want to promote acceptability and again implement research that is ethical and according to the values and priorities. So from this diagram, you can see a number of studies that we've done, but key to it that I want to point out is on mental health, which is a challenging and developing problem in our country. Lero has led a process, a project on mental health, which he has produced this, and I will keep on.
Your Excellency, half of all mental illnesses begin before the age of 15. Young people, unfortunately, are grappling with many challenges, which are causing some of them to use alcohol, drugs, and this is resulting in issues of depression and also suicide, which is actually the second leading cause of death amongst the 3 to 9-year-olds. Together with my colleagues, Dr. Alex Mazuma and Dr. Saros Konde, we have created this manual. This manual has been designed to equip young people with essential mental health skills to better navigate, especially the adolescent period. It has also been designed to be able to be delivered by lay people, so people with no mental health expertise. Our big vision is to work with the government, especially the Ministry of Education, to incorporate this manual into the life skills education curriculum. In so doing, that all young people across Malawi have access to essential skills early to prevent further damage to health. Thank you very much. And if it pleases you, we have a present for you.
I was gonna grab one, but thank you. All right, appreciate that.
Yeah, so Your Excellency, we're going to the fourth theme. So this theme actually is very historical for us. It's the oldest theme within the institution. It's 30 years old, and it deals directly with the patients in the hospital. We work very hand in hand with the Ministry of Health through the Queen Elizabeth Central Hospital. So Dr. Innocent Sulan here will take you through our theme and also introduce members of the team. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellencies, for stopping by our stand. With me here, I have Professor Stephen Gordon. I believe you have already met him. He's one of the scientists within the technical and experimental medicine team. We have Gloria Ruhanga. She is a PhD trainee within the team, and we have Dr. Tasizo Kaunda, who is a medical scientist within the team. So as Professor Jambo has highlighted, our theme will interact with patients. We deal directly with patients. And the work that we're going to showcase to you today is the work that we're dealing with those patients that are really very sick when they come to our facility here at Queen's. And as part of their care, they need oxygen as help them as part of their care. But to bring in some context, Queen's before 2020 did not have its own way of producing this oxygen that's needed to be produced, to be given to these patients. And we used to buy from vendors like Africa. So that made it a little bit challenging. We never had adequate amount of this oxygen, such that other patients that required it could not really get it. Now come 2020, something nice really happened to Queen's as a facility. This machine here that you see here is known as an oxygen plant. It's used to produce this oxygen that can be given to this patient. And it was very during even the COVID. Monitoring, but it's still is that the majority of these patients, 1 in every 7 that need this oxygen, they still end up dying. Now within the film, we asked the question, is there anything that we can do? And we started thinking maybe we can change the way we give this oxygen to our patients. Now that brings us to this table here. At the moment, whenever our patients come and they need oxygen, we usually give them using one of these devices here, depending on how severe their condition is. But the story that I've just shared is happening whilst we're using one of these. So now what we're doing within the theme is to test this device here, known as a high flow oxygen device. What it does, it gives that oxygen a little bit faster to our patients, and also we can regulate how much of that oxygen we need to produce at our patients. And we're hoping to see if this will improve the outcome of our patients. Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
Yeah, so we go to our so it's a laboratory science heavy theme. So it's very important for the institution because now we work on microorganisms and we also work on human cells. So it's a very important theme and also contributed a lot to the COVID pandemic in our response. So this is Dr. Peter Nambala who will explain to you about the theme and also just introduce members of the team. Thank you so much.
Welcome, Your Excellency, to our team. With me is Dr. Patrick Mosisha, who is the genomic component in our team. But also we have Zimene, who has been a trainee in our group, and she is currently a first-year student at MAST. But we mentored him from secondary school when he was just in Form 4. So we gave him an internship right here so that he can have the interest in science as a part of grooming of future leaders in our team. So in infection biology team, what we focus is in understanding how different types of pathogens such as bacteria, viruses, and parasites are able to cause different types of diseases in our bodies, but also how our bodies are able to interact with these pathogens during the process of the infection. So we have different types of platforms that we are using here at MLW that has been a part of the video. We are able to see how people are responding to these infections, but also we look at the genomics, the origin of these pathogens. Where are they coming from? Why are they causing this type of disease? But also we look at each of those single pathogen at itself. How is it behaving when it's causing this disease? So this information is quite important when we are looking at diseases and preventing diseases, because it helps us to bring in new intervention tools that are effective, but also new surveillance tools, but also to improve the diagnostic tools, but also as well as the treatments that are there. Where do we need to improve so that we can be effective with these pathogens? So one of our, an example for one of our contributions to the nation was during the COVID pandemic, whereby we, with other institutions, we sequenced the COVID variants and established the variants. And this information was quite important to the nation for putting in place control measures, but also opening of borders later. And what is so interesting to us is we have big machines, but we also have a small machine. For the sequencing of the COVID, we use this smaller machine that is here. So this is quite small. You just connect to a laptop. Within 3-4 hours, it will sequence and give you the results and the data. And we have all the experts on the side, like Dr. Musisha, who is an expert in the analysis of the genome data to see where this is the ratio. So this can be carried over to anywhere we have maybe outbreak of diseases, because it's portable, and I can be carried to that. So as I've said that our team also trains future readers so that they can take over from our research. That's why we're training. We have like Zimene Banda, he's here. So whom I just give a few seconds to just.
Thank you, Your Excellency. A first year student at Malawi University of Science and Technology. Now it's been 3 weeks since I've been in university. So my passion started early when I was in secondary school, at Ziwiri Secondary School, specifically in Form 4. I had a chance to interact with scientists here at MOW, one of them being with Associate Professor Kondam Jambo. And then upon completion, I had a chance to do an internship here at MOW. We have been trained in infection biology. Specifically, I was interested in immunology. So this deepened my passion to study more. So I applied for a bachelor's degree in immunology to study at Malawi University of Science and Technology. So now I'm enjoying the path. So my the future ahead is to study further, do a master's and a PhD. And then from that, I would like to do more research in, for example, we have a burden of TB as well as malaria. So I'd like to be one of those scientists that are able to do impactful research that is able to contribute to policy. So being one of those people that are able to contribute to a healthier nation will do Malawi a greater good. So my vision, Your Excellency, aligns well with the 2063 agenda. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Last but not least, of our themes, this is the population. So long we have moved on from studying cells, studying microorganisms, and studying patients. To this, we look at the population level. How can we improve the health in the population? So Augustine Choko here is one of our leads, and he'll take you through the poster, take you through the theme, and introduce members of the theme. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, and welcome, Your Excellency. With me is Dr. Doni Mategula and Dr. James Chirombo, both of whom work with the Malaria National Control Program, supporting malaria aware. And Doni is a PhD trainee, while James is a statistician with special interest in climate change. Unlike the other themes, we are very much interested in identifying optimal ways to protect individuals and communities from diseases. And that aligns with the Enabler 5 of the Malawi 2063 vision on human capital development. Historically, our work has been in HIV, TB, and malaria, but we are really very passionate about developing, testing, and scaling up methods and tools that can help us with better delivery of health services. In particular, we were actually the first group in the world to look at the potential to have HIV self-testing using this kit here to increase HIV testing. And in order to test, one simply needs to swab this device in the upper and lower gums completely and put it in this developer fluid vial, and in 20 minutes you see the result. So right here you have my result, Your Excellency. That's a negative result. if you see one line. But if you see two lines, it means that's positive, and that requires confirmation. Colleagues and I here at MLW worked with the Department of HIV/AIDS to have this added onto the Malawi policy for 2018. We are very proud that this is now being scaled up in more than 102 countries in the entire world and is strongly recommended by the World Health Organization. In the next 10 years, Your Excellency, we'll be focusing our efforts on the threat posed by climate and environmental changes in health. And finally, we are very passionate about growing the next levels of scientists who can lead the type of work that we're doing here. And the cases that are shown on this poster actually demonstrate examples of that. And there are many examples I could show where we've worked with the ministry to support implementation of tools to better deliver these health tests. Thank you very much.
And Your Excellency, we have a gift of a speech. So, Mr. Patel, she will just give you a feel of what our trainees feel about this building and about the Creator project. So,
welcome, Your Excellency. I am a master's student and a proud graduate of the Community University of Health Sciences. I'm excited about the endless opportunities that Creator will provide. It will empower clinician scientists and scientists to conduct cutting-edge research aimed at enhancing healthcare in Malawi. Creator is truly a game changer for the future generation of scientists and clinician scientists, and this will transform the healthcare in Malawi. Your Excellency, mwachidule ndine osangala kwambiri ndi mwayi umene ukubwera ndi Creator. Chifukwa Creator ipindulira anthu a sayansi zokhudzana ndi zachipatala, itithandiza ndi maphunziro za ntchito yathu. Zikomo, Your Excellency.
So Your Excellency, so I'll hand you.
Your Excellency, thank you so much. We're very proud that you've come. We need now to take you downstairs so that you can do the honors of signing our visit. They're family.
I know.
Yes.
There we have witnessed President on Zimene ndipo atsiriza kuwafotokozera za kumene malo andira ntchito President Dr. now gave awards. She signed this book. He has on